it's blatantly obvious that the Trump administration doesn't give a shit about free speech. Let's get into it. Mahmoud Khalil, if I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize. A student leader of Colombia protest arrested. A U.S. immigration enforcement agent said Khalil's permanent residency was also being revoked, according to the protest leader's lawyer. Now, this is something that Marco Rubio was posting about on Twitter. This is very disturbing, honestly. Has a very big chilling effect on free speech. But let's get into this article. United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents ICE have arrested a Palestinian graduate student who played a prominent role in last year's pro-Palestinian protests at New York's Columbia University. The Student Workers Union said on Sunday. The student, Mahmoud Khalil, at the University School of International and Public Affairs, arrested this at his university residence on Saturday. The Student Workers Columbia Union said in a statement. Khalil's wife is a U.S. citizen and he has permanent residency green card, the union said. He remained in detention on Sunday. Khalil's wife declined to comment through one of Khalil's fellow students. Khalil's lawyer, Amy Greer, told the Associated Press news agency that she spoke by phone with the ICE agents during the arrest, who said they were acting on State Department orders to revoke Khalil's student visa. Informed by the lawyer that Khalil was in the country, the permanent resident with a green card, the agents said they were revoking that too, according to the lawyer. Let's get into some people's reaction on Twitter. This is Zoran Kwame Mamdani. The arrest and detention of Mahmoud Khalil, a green card holder whose wife is 8 months pregnant, is a blatant assault on the First Amendment and a sign of advancing authoritarianism under Trump. He must be released now. He's quote tweeting a Jews for Racial and Economic Justice, who say, the extreme escalation is an egregious violation of First Amendment rights. Now is the moment for everyone to speak out and oppose as fiercely and loudly as possible. This weekend, DHS targeted and seized Khalil as punishment for his political speech and indicated that they are revoking his green card. They have since handed him over to ICE, where he is being detained, his location unknown, and held for deportation without due process. This is what fascist governments do, and it will not stop here. This extreme escalation is a test case. The Trump-Musk administration is trying to see how far they can go without public outrage and legal checks on their power. Now is the moment to speak out and oppose this as fiercely and loudly as possible. Max Kennedy has to say, this is a repost by JIFF, Insurgent Thought on Twitter. Max Kennedy says, yes, if DHS can barge in, say your green card was revoked, but you told you have say your visa was revoked, but you told you have a green card, say it's revoked too, and then disappear you so that neither your lawyer nor your family can find you, then all guardrails are gone. There's no policy, practice, or law protecting anyone. This is terrifying, dude. All for staging a peaceful, pro-Palestinian, anti-Zionist protest. Prem Thacker says, let's get into this. Last night, DHS detained a Palestinian who helped lead Columbia campus. Agent told him his visa was revoked. He had a green card, but we already know that. Update: Secretary of State Marco Rubio has now commented on the Trump admin's detaining and attempted green card revocation of a Columbia Gaza encampment student negotiator. We will be revoking his visas and their green cards of Hamas supporters in America so they can be deported. Ali says he did it from his personal account, not the State Department account. Maybe a reason for that because he can argue in any court that it's personal opinion, not State Department position. Authority of theft, austerity is theft, says revoking green cards for free speech is a disgusting affront to democracy, and if his own senators can't speak out about this, they should give up on politics completely. This is absolutely messed up. But we have some reaction to what Marco Rubio was saying. We will be revoking the visas and green cards. Yep. But a lot of people feel very strongly about this, understandably. The situation in Gaza is getting worse. A lot of Palestinians are being slaughtered right now, and a lot of people have very strong opinions about it, myself included. I think I've had enough complaints about campus anti-Semitism to last 1,000 lifetimes. I don't know about you, but I never want to hear a fucking thing about that ever again. Free speech unless you're Palestinian. Just to recap, ICE arrests a student activist and realizes he's not on a visa but on a green card, takes him away anyway, saying his green card is being revoked, holds him incommunicado, and the Secretary of State announces green card holders will be deported too, all for opposing Israel's actions in Gaza. People who led Columbia University have done a lot of shameful things during this last year and a half, but refused to even comment on DHS detaining and disappearing one of the students. A legal permanent resident is so despicable, I can't see straight. Zito says, I know Zionists and the liberals who have empowered them for the last few years have no shame, but congrats to them on making this level of cruelty and violation possible. This sets a precedent This is very, very bad. If you can't protest against certain things in the government, if you take issue with what Israel is doing, they'll come for you. They came for this guy. He was a legal green card holder. He had a visa. They revoked all of that and disappeared him, all for protesting Israel. What's the evidence this makes him a Hamas supporter? How do you define that? And how can you remove a green card from a permanent lawful resident that has committed no crime other than speech crime you claim to be identifying? So yeah, absolutely, it's terrifying. But one of the people leading the charge is Shai Davidai, who is a Zionist. Columbia professor Shai Davidai collaborated with the Trump administration. Columbia student Mahmoud Khalil arrested and potentially deported for a crime of leading peaceful protests. Khalil's wife is 8 months pregnant. Here we go. He wasn't arrested. He's accused of a crime, and the Columbia campus wasn't peaceful. Do you think he should be deported, Professor? Yeah, David Bernstein, another one of these guys. Christ Almighty. I didn't collaborate with anyone. This is a blatant lie. How would you characterize using a massive platform to urge the Secretary of State to deport Khalil? In any case, you're feeling some remorse. Now would be a great time to urge Rubio and the DHS to release him. These are real people with real lives we're talking about. Yep. A lot of people are pushing back on this, saying the protests weren't peaceful. Oh, boo fucking who? Boo fucking who, man? This is fucked up. This is fucked. But Shai Davidai is also going on. Layla Saliba and Mariam Iqbal are two of the pro-Hamas leaders at Columbia. They are spreading lies about me. If anything happens to me, you know who to hold responsible. To be clear, Mahmoud Khalil was detained because he broke the law and his green card. So, yeah, let's see what this has to say here. We have warned everyone about this for months. Many campus Zionists take joy in seeing us docs deported and punished. They enjoy watching NYPD beat us. It is sadistic. Right now, they're celebrating Mahmoud being abducted by ICE. They can make stuff up and endanger us. Miriam says, Columbia professor Shai Davidai collaborated. Oh, yeah, we already know about all this stuff. Yeah, and this is Shai Davidai's quote here. Thank you for your strong statements. I want to see action illegally taking over college, which you are not even enrolled, and distributing terrorist propaganda should be a deportable offense. No, because that's what Mahmoud Khalil did. But also, there's been this going on as well. Exclusive Trump administration cancels $400 million in grants to Columbia. This is all over the campus anti-Semitism. The Trump administration is cutting off $400 million of federal funding to Columbia University, claiming it's failed to take steps to confront anti-Semitism on campus after Hamas's October 7, 2023 attack on Israel. Free Press has learned the cuts represent the federal government's first round of grant cancellations for Columbia, according to the administration's newly formed anti-Semitism task force. Oh, Jesus Christ. Which is leading the effort. Columbia has over $5 billion active federal grants that are being reviewed by the government. Leo Terrell, the head of DOJ's anti-Semitism task force, said the funding cuts are only the beginning. Universities must comply with all, with all federal anti-discrimination laws if they are going to receive federal funding. Education Secretary Linda McMahon said in a statement, for too long, Columbia has abandoned that obligation to Jewish students studying on its campus. So yeah, I remember back about a decade ago, all this campus free speech debates were going on, and now students, have something they're actually protesting against that, it's not goofy gender bullshit or whatever the right-wingers are scared about. Now it's actual, genocide taking place, and people are speaking out about it, and the Trump administration and all these Zionists are going after them hardcore. This is it's terrifying to see this kind of stuff, see this kind of crap. All you're doing is criticizing Israel, and it's just, it's chilling, it's terrifying. This kind of shit, this is a huge issue we need to discuss. We need to discuss what's going on in this, but that's all I have to say about that right now. They're going to crack down on this speech very hard. And, the thing is, I see a lot of left-wingers going on about how right-wingers should be concerned about this. And all the free speech bros, where you at? They don't care about this kind of shit. They hate any kind of leftist, pro-Palestine activism. They hate this kind of shit. They're not going to come around to this kind of shit. They think this is funny. They like it when leftists get hurt. It's fucked, man. It's a fucked situation in America. I don't know how we're going to fix this kind of shit. But let me know what you think about this story. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about all this stuff. If you could also throw me a like and subscribe, that'd be great. If not, don't worry about it. But I'm going to leave it there. This is really disturbing stuff. But you guys take it easy. Enjoy the next week if I don't see you. And I'll talk to you guys later.
dazu.